And welcome back everybody, General Zap coming at you with another awesome and super easy to follow along with tutorial here, where today we're going to go over how you can take control of a player's unit and go tell it to do specific stuff, so that at the end of the day it does a sweet little script and goes where you want it to in order to portray something. In this example, we'll just have a truck go pick up a bit of supplies from a train, and then as soon as it gets dropped off at the supply center up top, the mission is over and the player wins. If you want to know how to get the trains and stuff moving, just go refer back to my first tutorial. I'll link it in the description for you. But with that in mind, let's get right into the tutorial today. Alright, so how do we make that work? So it's a bit of the same as last time. If you haven't seen the first train tutorial, go ahead and take a look at that so you can know how to get the train to start. But quick run through, you need a task force that contains your units, and then you need a script that tells those units what to do, and then you need a team type to connect those two together, and then you need a trigger to make that all fire at the same time. So I've already gone ahead and done quite a bit of it off camera, so the train's going to start and head over here. We've got a little decorated area, but we want this truck over here to get recruited when this train approaches. So let's go over the new trigger. Train at station, we'll call it. And we're going to use the comes near waypoint event. And what that's going to do, it's going to create a team for us, which I haven't actually made yet. So let's go ahead and do that as well. We're going to be mixing and matching. Good luck following along. I'm just kind of making this video for fun. But it's going to be called Truck Start. Yeah, we'll call it that. And we're going to set it to the Nod House, because that's what this unit is set to. Over here. And as you remember from the last video, we want some of these flags to be checked. And just to be safe, we'll set a group as well. Any number you want, really. I think it's 0 through 9. We'll go to the team type to make them match. We also want auto create no recruitable, and we want to make sure we don't check this priority. It's going to be an AI unit, so it's super easy to recruit. We're just going to set that to the empty truck, which does matter. There are two variants. The script is going to be very easy. Truck get, I guess I called it. When we take a look at that, it's pretty easy. It tells it to move over here to the waypoint, and then it's going to change to the player house. Pop equip save. Aha! I love way. Check it out. It tells us it's not attached to anything. How do we attach it? Well, we can have our trigger selected and go advanced and attach to objects like this, and it'll turn pink and you can click on it and know. Or when you double click on anything, you'll get the attached tag option, and it'll give you a drop down of all the things you can do. To keep it simple though, I usually go the attached to objects route, but it all works. And let's take a look here. We also need the train start. Looks like we already have train start. No, that's truck start. Train start. That's also going to be Nod. Let's take a look at our train over here. It's also group 1, but this time we checked the auto create yes flag as recruitable, so we'll check that on here as well. We'll just set the priority to 10. And the script, of course, looks like I just called it train. That's simply going to tell it to move to this waypoint and sit there. It doesn't need to do anything else. And what's next here? That's right, we want to do another come near waypoint. So we'll call this trigger truck loads. We're going to add an event. We're going to do another comes near waypoint. But this time we need to change the value. We're going to say waypoint 3. We're going to tell it to create another team. And we're going to make a new team. This time it's going to be called truck loads. And it's going to be the GDI house, because remember, this truck is going to change over to GDI. The priority we're going to set to something high. I don't know how high it needs to be, but I do know that in the vanilla Firestorm mission, that first Firestorm GDI mission, the truck that is under the player control is set to a priority of 80, so I just rock with that to call it good. And because this unit here does not have auto create set, we're going to leave this off as well. And we are also going to set this to recruiter. Group -1, yeah, we'll leave that as that. Recruiter is important because if the player decides to put this on control group 3 or something, this recruiter flag is just going to ignore that and take it, whatever. We do want to make sure it's set to suicide so that it performs the script even if it gets distracted. we're going to actually set suicide on all of these units because you don't want any sequence breaks happening in your scripting because obviously nothing's going to work. So truck loads, I already made the script. It's going to tell it to change house to a house that the player does not control. It's going to then move to the waypoint. It's going to change the direction it faces just for fun. It's going to sit there for a little bit before loading from truck A to truck B. So you'll see on the top right of the screen over here, truck A. It's going to change to a different vehicle type. So we actually need another task force. Loaded truck. Yeah. Oh, I love this song. Thanks, Lupus Mechanicus, for this beautiful soundtrack we have for Fading Dusk. Truck B loaded. There we go. Yeah, what is this? Oh, yeah, that's right. Truck loads. So we have the truck loads trigger, and we're telling the team, or the trigger, to make the team when something comes over here. But what's supposed to be come over to this waypoint? That's right, you guessed it, it's the starting truck. So we can't actually attach the trigger directly to here because it's going to be changed. We have to attach it to the team itself. So if we attach the starting truck, if we attach the truck loads trigger to the starting truck, that's going to tell that team throughout the entirety of its life, if it's alive, that when it comes near waypoint 3, it's going to get converted into a new team. And then after that, we need an entirely other team type because we also want to have a victory condition for when that truck comes up to this here supply center. There we go. Dropship Bay is the art, but supply center. That's how you win the game. You drop off the supplies. So, truck delivered. We'll just call it that. Once again, we'll say comes near waypoint. This time we'll say waypoint 1. Now we'll say 2. And we're going to say create team. Right now we don't have the team. So let's go over here, make a new type. Truck delivered. The house is going to, again, be GDI. It's going to be suicide. Priority, yet again, 80. Recruiter, also important. And it's going to be the loaded truck, truck B, because the truck load script changes it from truck A to truck B. So we need to make sure that the task force is truck B. Else it won't work. And the script, I've already made it. Truck delivered. It's going to change house to one we don't control. Then it's going to move over here and change facing and unload. And then it's going to set a local, which you can put in the script. We aren't really going over local variables in this video, but just know that they work and they're awesome and you can use them a lot. As soon as it sets that in the script, then the game's going to end and we're going to be the winner. So truck delivered, we need to attach that tag to the load truck. There we go. And that should be all, unless I'm forgetting something. Oh, that's right. Train at the start needs to make a train, not the buggies. That was a different experiment that you don't see in this video. Let's see here. That should be everything. Let's give it a quick test. All right, let's see here. Quick test.
New construction options.
Train comes along. We see the truck. As soon as it gets here, oh, truck didn't move. So what did we forget? Let's go see. All right, I have found the issue. It's because I set the group on the team, but not the truck. So just to be easy here, we're going to set the recruiter flag on and then just change this back to -1. -1. Negative. Doesn't let me type a negative in there. Let's see if we can paste it. Perfect. Okay, noted. I'll have to report that to the way team there. Rampa, if you see this, you can't type a negative symbol in there for some reason. But that should work. Now let's go test it again, shall we? All right, let's see what we got.
New construction options.
Ahaha. Hey. Damn it. What did I miss again? Let's be right back. Oh, okay, so even though I could have sworn I clicked it earlier, I didn't even notice in this check right here, I forgot to set the auto create no recruitable flag because that's what the team type over here has. So apply. Let me freaky triple check. Okay. Okay, good. Let's go do a test. All right. First try.
Construction options.
There we go. All right. And then the truck comes down, and then it changes house. And then if you were cool, you would put a little text trigger that says, go load it, and bring it over to the train to load. And then it changes. And then I just realized I forgot to ally the houses and change their colors. So, oh, look at that. It changed over to us. Perfect. We bring it back up. It's going to get shot at. Pay no mind. You just make allies. And make sure you set the proper team on your triggers, otherwise it won't work. And just like this first try, the truck arrives, it comes over here, and then it, frickin' what? Make sure to set the priority higher than the last team, otherwise I can't recruit because it's the same priority and has to be higher. And just like that. Yeah! First try. Dad, yeah, don't mind that.
Mission accomplished.
Victory is achieved. All right. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Subscribe, comment, favorite, share this with all your friends to watch this lovely 20-something-year-old game. Peace out, skis for now, skis fellas. Later.